What if everything we believe about ancient civilization is incomplete? Not because history is wrong, but because something was erased. Across oceans, deserts, and forgotten ruins, there are discoveries that don't behave like simple relics of the past. They look engineered, precise, almost intentional. Scientists have studied them for decades. They can scan them, measure them, and even attempt to recreate them, but one question still remains unanswered. How were these created at a time when humanity supposedly lacked the knowledge to build them? The deeper we go into the past, the more unsettling the picture becomes. Because instead of seeing primitive beginnings, we start to find signs of something far more advanced than expected. One of the most striking examples of this is the Antikythera mechanism, discovered in a shipwreck near Greece. At first, it appeared to be nothing more than a corroded piece of bronze. But when researchers examined its interior, they uncovered a complex system of interlocking gears. This device was capable of tracking the movements of the sun, moon, and even predicting eclipses with remarkable precision. What makes it truly unsettling is that machines of this complexity were not supposed to exist in that era, suggesting that ancient engineers possessed knowledge that somehow disappeared from history. But this is where things begin to get even more strange. In Turkey, archaeologists uncovered Göbekli Tepe, a site that dates back more than 12,000 years, long before humans were believed to have developed agriculture or permanent settlements. Massive stone pillars, carved with intricate symbols, were arranged in complex circular structures. According to conventional history, societies at that time were still primitive hunter-gatherers. Yet this site suggests organized construction, planning, and symbolic thinking far beyond what should have been possible. In the deserts of Peru, another mystery stretches across the land itself, the Nazca lines. These enormous designs, etched into the earth, form shapes of animals and geometric patterns that can only be clearly seen from high above. The precision and scale raise a simple but haunting question. Why create something that cannot be fully seen from the ground? Even today, their purpose remains unclear, leaving behind a puzzle that challenges both archaeology and logic. Then there is a map that seems to break the rules of time itself. The Piri Reis map, created in the early 16th century, appears to show parts of Antarctica centuries before the continent was officially discovered. Some interpretations even suggest that it depicts the land beneath the ice. If true, it would mean that its creator had access to sources of knowledge that modern history cannot fully explain. High in the mountains of Peru lies another enigma: the massive stone walls of Sacsayhuaman stones. These stones, some weighing hundreds of tons, are cut and fitted together with such precision that even a blade cannot pass between them. No mortar was used, yet the structures have survived earthquakes for centuries. The level of craftsmanship raises a difficult question. How were these stones shaped and placed with such accuracy using tools that were supposedly primitive? And finally, in ancient Iraq, a small but deeply controversial object continues to spark debate: the Baghdad Battery. This simple clay vessel, containing a copper cylinder and an iron rod, may have been capable of producing a small electrical charge when filled with liquid. If this interpretation is correct, it suggests that ancient civilizations may have understood basic electrical principles long before modern science formally discovered them. Yet no clear explanation exists for how or why it was used. Deep within the jungles of Central America, archaeologists uncovered a structure that challenges everything we thought we knew about ancient timekeeping. Known as the Mayan calendar, this system was not just a simple way of tracking days, but a complex interlocking cycle of calendars that could predict astronomical events with astonishing precision. What makes it even more unsettling is that its calculations stretch thousands of years into the past and future, operating with a level of accuracy that rivals modern systems. How a civilization without modern instruments developed such an advanced understanding of time remains one of history's most fascinating mysteries. Hidden inside an ancient Roman tomb, a small object was discovered that seemed ordinary until it was turned in the light. This is the Lycurgus Cup, a glass vessel that changes color depending on how light passes through it, appearing green in reflection and deep red in transmission. Modern analysis revealed that this effect is caused by microscopic particles of gold and silver embedded within the glass particles, so small they exist at the nanoscale. What makes this truly astonishing is that replicating this effect today requires advanced nanotechnology, raising a disturbing question. How did ancient artisans achieve something so scientifically complex without even knowing what atoms were? In the deserts of Costa Rica, scattered across the landscape, lie dozens of near-perfect stone spheres known as the Costa Rica Stone Spheres. Some of these spheres are so precisely shaped that they approach near-perfect geometry, something incredibly difficult to achieve even with modern tools. Many were created from extremely hard stone and transported across long distances, yet no one knows exactly how or why they were made. Their purpose remains unknown, and their precision continues to challenge the limits of what ancient craftsmanship should have been capable of. And then there is a discovery buried deep beneath the ocean floor that may be one of the oldest mysteries on Earth. Near Japan lies the Yonaguni Monument, a massive underwater structure featuring sharp angles, flat terraces, and step-like formations that resemble a man-made complex. Some researchers argue that it is a natural formation shaped by geological processes, while others believe it could be the remains of a lost civilization submerged thousands of years ago. If it is truly artificial, it would push the timeline of advanced human construction far beyond anything currently accepted. Across all of these discoveries, one pattern becomes impossible to ignore. These are not just isolated anomalies, they are pieces of a much larger puzzle, objects that appear too advanced, too precise, and too out of place for the time they belong to. And the more we study them, the more uncertain our understanding of history becomes. Because if even one of these mysteries is truly what it seems, then it forces us to consider a possibility that is far more unsettling than any single discovery, that the story of human civilization may be far more complex and far more advanced than we have ever imagined.